Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I watched a horror movie, The Uninvited. The year I forgot, but it is old. And now before I tell you about it, I need to inform you that this movie is not your casual horror movie. This movie is a bad, bad horror movie. So before considering to watching it, you should know that it is a bad horror movie unless you are a die-hard fan of horror movies or have a lot of time or love to experiment. You might consider this song. Anyways, where you can watch this movie? On YouTube, write the full name, The Uninvited, and you will get a free full horror movie that you could watch. So anyways, how does this horror movie start? It starts like this. We are in a skyscraper-filled city, and we are inside a giant building that has a hidden laboratory with quarantine-dressed equipment workers. So very dangerous secret zone laboratory. And what we have there? Doctors are looking at pictures of a body, and inside it looks something like a tumor, but it is not a tumor, something else. And the body belongs to a cat. The cat is alive, it has been taken pictures of, and they have taken the x-rays, planned an operation on him to find out what is that thing inside him that is not a tumor. But of course, the cat escapes from the laboratory, and when he gets cornered by the quarantined equipment workers, the cat mutates to a freaking monster. I don't know how to explain it to you without being graphic, but from the cat's mouth comes out a smaller monster that looks just like a cat, but a zombie cat. And you can call it whatever you want, but it looked freaking crazy. And this cat blood splattered all the freaking workers and escaped from the secret building into the city at nighttime. So, what we get later? We get a scene to two young girls, two young friends. One of their name is Suzanne, the other one's name is not revealed. They are two young girls that are having fun. So, they found a hotel, they are trying to stay at it, but it does not accept it. The reception does not accept it, is too expensive. But a well-dressed, wealthy-looking guy comes downstairs and orders the registration to get those girls a room, get them accept. And those girls becomes friends with the man, with the wealthy man. And the wealthy man invites them to a party later. And we see that the wealthy man has a left hand and a right hand person, like he's a mafioso. He has two bodyguards. He's an undercover mafioso that presents himself as a businessman. So anyways, the party where it will happen on a cruise yacht, and everybody is planning for it. But the two young girls want some company. So outside they meet three young men that they chose to be their partners on the yacht. And everybody just went to the party. So the yacht is swimming, a giant cruise yacht with a mafioso, with the young girls and the young man, and there are more people on there. A captain lady that is steering the ship. So anyways, the ship is going, and what we find out, the cat that escaped into the city also is on that ship, because somebody mistook him for a normal cat and took him into the ship to have a company. But the cat is not a good animal. He is not a good, we saw that He's a very dangerous mutant creature. So later what happens? People start dying on the cruise yacht. One by one, not by accident but by the kill of the mutant cat. And one of the young guys, we find out, is a biologist. So they do an investigation. They collect blood cells, look at them with a microscope, and find out that in the blood there is a virus that kills human cells. So basically, what the cat is, he is a mutant cat that brings viruses. So if he bites you, you get infected. So later, more trouble happens on the yacht. People go missing, get killed. And the young girls and guys find out that the businessman that became friends with them is an undercover bad guy, a criminal. As I said, a mafioso. So they had fights, they tried to kill each other, and eventually the mafioso became a pushover. They tied him up, tried to keep him like away to not provide them any problems. So eventually the cat starts biting the bodyguards of the mafioso, the young guys, the young girls. We lose more and more crew. And eventually what happens? What we have left, only the ship captain lady, a young girl also, the biologist young guy, the bad criminal businessman, and everybody else gets killed either by their famine, like psychological state, because they stay very long on that yacht. It gets broken in the middle of the ocean, and they eat poisonous food, they kill themselves, and all that. So only survivors are free people. And anyway, they try to escape because a storm is coming, the ship will never be repaired. They have an extra little life raft, like life ship, smaller one, on the yacht. So they lift it down, prepare to jump in on it. But the mafioso gets killed by the cat, and only the biologist and the yacht captain girl is left. They both, by the way, have a crush on each other, so very nice. A couple is still left alive. And they jump on the, like, small boat that they lifted down, that the yacht had, and they try to swim away. They have a few more encounters with the cat, but they manage to leave him behind and escape to safety. So they swim to the shore far away with many efforts, tell the police what they saw. Police, of course, does not believe that a poisonous cat did all this chaos. And the police was like, well, you guys just have some rest, you were seeing things. So the captain lady and the biologist guy smiled at each other and went to have rest to try forget this. And one thing that helped them, the mafioso threw a bag of $1 million in the ship because he was planning to escape too. But when the cat killed him, this young couple is going to spend this $1 million on their love and themselves. So, a very happy ending. But before the credits, we get a scene that, unfortunately, this mutant cat got onto some kind of an island where civilization is. And more cats started getting infected, and it was implied that now it will begin the cat virus apocalypse. And credits begin rolling. So this is how the movie ends. Maybe I will show some scenes, like what the death scenes looks like. The scenes are not really that bad, but the main problem was the movie was very long and the pacing was not the best. There could have been more action. Even for a bad movie, there could have been more action because the kill scenes were good. But they really stretch it out with unnecessary dialogue and all that. But it is no surprise, this movie is rated 4 out of 10 on IMDb, so I knew what I was getting into. But the interesting concept of a serial killer cat, I wanted to see that. So at the end of the day, I'm rating this movie 4 out of 10, just like on IMDb, because Some characters were likable, like the biologist guy and the captain lady. I like that they became a sweet couple in the end with $1 million living the life together. And I like that the mafioso got clawed to death, clawed to death and bitten by the freaking mutant cat. So kills were very nice, some of them, and maybe I will show. So, anyways, thank you all for watching, and I gotta watch all kinds of movies. Not only the best ones, we have to see what the forbidden stuff look like. So, thank you again. You're, especially my subscribers, angels, or if you prefer, you can be demons. I don't know who you are into, but just know that I think of you like with my heart. So, thank you for watching. See you later. Bye bye.